Hey, how's it going? My name is Jesus, Jesus in Spanish. I want to let you guys know about Salad Master. We're going to be cooking caldo de res, which means steak or beef stew. I'm going to go ahead and do them with oxtails. I just wanted to show you guys how we do it off Salad Master. It's very, very simple, very, very easy. There's a couple different ways to do it, but the way I'm going to do it today is very healthy and it's very just delicious, okay? Usually what you do is you put it into a pot, you start boiling it, but for faster results, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I already have the oxtails in the electric skillet. Now, the electric skillet has an oil core that wraps around the cookware, digital probe with all digital settings. You can go ahead and go to saladmaster.com, or if you have any questions, you can go ahead to jesusiscooking@icloud.com and just go ahead and message me for all you Saladmaster owners as well. So what I went to go ahead and do is I got some oxtails, right? And I'll prepare them. And I have oxtails right here, and that's about like 3 pounds of oxtails, right? And I put them in the Saladmaster electric skillet, and I got another 4 pounds of beef stew, already cut up meat, and 4 rules of Salad Master. First rule is don't get nervous, okay? The second rule is have confidence in your cookware. This is the best cookware in the whole wide world. It's the best. So have confidence in your cookware. Don't get nervous. And rule number 3 is use the right size for the piece of cookware that you're going to use. Obviously, if I use a bigger one like a 16 quart to pack a little bit of meat, it's going to scorch, okay? So what you want to do is at least fill it up halfway or more. Okay, and then rule number 4 is if you have any questions whatsoever, just go ahead and message me at jesusiscooking@icloud.com, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. We got the best customer service in the world. So now that that's packed on right here, right, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and season it, which I already added a little bit of garlic salt, but I'm going to add a little bit more so that you guys can see me in action, right? Bam, 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 orale, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and keep the lid on, right? Anytime we're baking, we're going to bake these. So, and we're not going to boil them. We're going to go ahead and bake these. And then what we're going to do, so anytime you're baking, you're going to go ahead and cover this since it's surgical steel. Since it's surgical steel, it allows us to bake inside our cookware. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plug this bad boy in, right? We have electric digital probe with all digital settings. And if you can go right over here, you can see I got the temperature, and medium would be about 300 to 325. I'm going to go ahead and put it to 325. It's going to go ahead and cook itself pretty much, and this little valve's going to start to click. And once it starts to click, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to low and leave it to about low for about maybe like 20 minutes or so, and it'll be done cooking or baking. Then we'll throw it in some water, but we'll go ahead and boil it and start the process of making our caldo de res. Thank you. Okay. So we got the medium, and it's clicking, obviously, as you can see. So it's telling you that it's done. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, oh, it's not done, we're gonna start cooking the cooking process. So now we're going to turn this down to about 200, and we'll time it for about 20 minutes, and it should cook the rest, so. So we're going ahead and finished our stew. We're gonna finish that off, I mean. Look at that. We didn't take low. And it actually didn't take 20 minutes. It took about 35 minutes, which is all good. And the reason why I wanted to do it this way was because I wanted to show you, you can go ahead and boil it, which it'll give good broth or whatever. It's faster this way too, or a little bit more longer, I should say. But the good thing is it's the meat's gonna be more tender. And so that being said, not only that, is that right now you can go ahead and, like, since it's cooked this way, you can go ahead and add some salsa in there. And then what you do is drain out all the juice, put the salsa in there, and now you become a chile, a green salsa verde chili oxtails with meat in there. The kind that my sister likes to use a lot is the ones in the can. It's really good. Let me go ahead and grab it from the refrigerator, obviously. And it's this one right here. It's a really good one that she's taught me. It's tomatillo, garlic, and lime salsa. This is amazing. If you were to add this into that, it's just a quicker way to go ahead and prepare a dish in the electric skillet. Me personally, though, what I would do is get some tomatillos and then roast the peppers and do that. It's a process, and I can go ahead and go over that and another video or whatever. But this is the reason why I wanted to show you guys to do this. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and use our 16 quart. Now this is an amazing piece. This is good for bigger families up to 6 to 8 people and even more, right? Sometimes when I want to take a nice warm bubble bath, right, I just go ahead and put some hot water in it, and I'm just playing. But look how big it is. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Bam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put our meat. Just go, whoop, whoop. It's that big. See all the nice juice? This is the broth, right? So I won't have to go ahead and put like a beef broth. A lot of people like to put like beef broth or buy it. This is more authentic. And I'm just go ahead and add a little bit of water, right? If you can see, look how much already juice there is already in that. Doesn't that look yummy? So I'll add a little bit of water, obviously. And then what I did is I chopped up some corn and some celery, right? And some carrots, right? And I obviously chopped it off some with the saladmaster knives, right? And there's a way where you can go ahead and get this for free. Obviously, if you book a dinner with 2 qualified couples, saying that they are in a position to invest, have full-time jobs, go ahead and invite me over and get a free meal and a night out of the kitchen, and I'll go ahead and give you these for free. This is valued at $550. Obviously, as well, I also use our saladmaster machine, which is this one right here. It has 5 different cones. It slices, it dices, it shreds, it does all that amazing thing. You can go ahead and, if you guys are interested in booking a show, just go ahead and go to jesusiscooking@icloud.com. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this amazing fresh vegetables in our 16 quart, right? Now there's tricks to this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and add water, bring it to a boil. What you want to do is when you use, I got bell peppers here, I got zucchini. With my zucchini, sometimes people just cut it just straight down. I like to do them in like diagonals, horizontal, so they look like this, so it doesn't get too smushy. A lot of times when you chop them up too small, they get too mushy, too overcooked, right? So by cutting them this way, it takes a little bit more longer to cook or whatever. It's nice and crisp and good. So the key trick when you're doing bell peppers, and I got the onions, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some cabbage, right? And the key trick is to bring these to a boil, because this is obviously, the carrots are a little bit more harder, the corn is a little bit more harder, it's gonna take longer for it to cook. Now, a lot of times the people, what they do is they throw everything in together, which this is gonna be too mushy, and you don't wanna do that. So once this is almost done, and I'll let you know when I bring it to a boil, where I'll show you what to do and when to go ahead and put the rest of it in, where it completes and complements each other, okay? All right. So, we got the saladmaster boiling now into a nice boil. Now what I'm going to do, what's awesome about this is that the bone marrow from the bones is actually, you're getting that natural, juicy, authentic juice instead of using chicken boil on or whatever. You can use it, which I have right here, 2 tablespoons of the tomato kind, right? We're gonna go ahead and add that, boom. We don't need a mix, obviously, because of the fact this is already boiling. Add 1 tablespoon of cumin, voila. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, whoop, whoop, right? 1 tablespoon, or half tablespoon of pepper, whoop, achoo. No, not on the food, right? And then a little bit of 1 tablespoon of salt. Now, usually I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, how my mom taught me, but at the end of the day, a little bit of this and a little bit of that is not going to help you guys out and how to cook off saladmaster. So Anyways, wanted to let you know, doesn't that look nice and pretty? So let's bring it to a boil. It's almost done. You can tell when the meat or when the vegetables get soft. I added 4 quarts of water with it. I added 8 carrots, chopped those up, and then also 8 celeries and 4 corn on the cob that were fresh, and I just chopped those up, right? So that's the ingredients for what's going on right now, apart from the ingredients that I put, the spices, right? And so now what I did is I chopped up half a bunch of celery. I used 2 green bell peppers. I used 1 red bell pepper, and I used 1 onion and 4 zucchini, squash, and I think that's it. Anyway, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, this is the trick. Once it's boiling and you're not mixing all of it together, what you want to go ahead and do is turn this off, dump this in as so, and then stir it up. And look at that. And since it's surgical steel and it maintains heat, you can go ahead and just put the lid on. And it's gonna pretty much just cook while being in the 16 quart as well. So give it about another 5 minutes and it should be perfect. So good, so juicy. It's the best in the whole world because you got the best cookware in the whole world. I like to cut a little bit of limes to go with it and maybe some chips or even crackers to go with it. So this right here is our Caldo de res oxtails. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and just email me, jesusiscooking@icloud.com. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Thank you. You guys have a blessed day. P.S. Don't forget the cabbage, you guys. Whoop, whoop. So Saladmaster, look at this nice little lid, how it holds up, right? Something that I've noticed too that it just makes it so much better is some potatoes. So anybody who likes spuds, go ahead and add some potatoes in with the carrots and the corn. It makes it 10 times yummy. So gotta let you know, potatoes is the last BAM that you need.